Hey guys, welcome to Tennessee DIY. Thanks for stopping by. Just wanted to bring you some new unicycle content. As you can see, we've got these XTRs in the background. I'm going to do another video soon of the seat that we got and how to clamp it on real easy. That'll be the next video. But anyway, today, guys, we've got the brand new Begode A5. So there's an M10.5, there's an M10 Mini. There's of course the A2, which I'll show you. I've got my A2 right here, and I'm going to do a comparison and show you the different sizes and everything about it. But today the reason for the video is for the unboxing, complete setup, and maybe just a slight ride tutorial of the A5. So let's get into it, guys. I went ahead and cut these to make it a little easier for the unboxing. You can come zoom on top of this. Check this out. Looks like we have the spec sheet. A5, 15 inches, black, and guys, this is a 1100 watt hour IP67 and 84 volt, and it says it comes with a 1.5 amp charger, so we'll take a look at that, see what we got in here. And then of course there's your 1100 watt Samsung GB batteries. This one does not come with 50S batteries. You can get the M10.5 with 50S, but for what this one is, 1100 watt hours is more, where the M10.5 only has 750 watt hours, just like my A2 only has 750 watt hours. The A2 also has GB batteries, and I've never had a problem with that. I've got almost 300 miles on it already. But anyway, let's get into it, guys. And it looks like you got the regular machinery thing. You guys know what that's all about, just a certification and everything. But yeah, guys, this one definitely has a free spin of 63 kilometers per hour, so about 39 miles per hour. And then it looks like, you know, you're going to get right around, let's see the range up here. Let's see, 70 to 80 kilometers of range with a 70 kilogram rider. So guessing right around 40 to 50 miles. If you're not riding too fast, I mean, probably 22 to 25 miles per hour. All right, let's see what we got. See what type of charger is in the box. It said 1.5 amp, but I think the first couple ones they've been shipping out are bigger chargers. And there it is, guys. Look at that. That is a 84 volt 5 amp charger, guys. 5 amps. And looks like you got the cords on there. I'm gonna plug that cord in. Wow, that's a nice charger. My V13 is a 5 amp charger, guys. And I plug the other cord in here. Got the 110, and I think they come with like a European cord as well. Look at that, that's a nice charger. 5 amps. That's gonna charge up fast, 1100 watt hours, guys. Let's go ahead and set that here. All right. Looks like we got put that to the side. Oh, let me see what this says. Sometimes people are different about chargers, and I'm always real particular about this, where it says plug the charger into the battery after plugging into the standard AC. So always make sure you plug your charger into the wall first and then into the unicycle, and then it says unplug the charger from the AC before unplugging the battery. That's usually the standard what I do with my hyperscooters and all my unicycles. Just so you get the source, give it like 10 seconds for the transistors and stuff inside the charger to kind of go dead, and then unplug it. Keeps it from sparking. Alright, looks like we got a little Allen here for tightening just whatever components we need to. Looks like maybe for the dihedral adjustment on the pedals. Got some of that, we'll just leave that there for a second. That's for the charger. And spec sheets we already got. Set those over there. Alright guys, let's see what it looks like. Comes with a bag, nice and waterproof. So it said it was, let's see, how many pounds is it? Rough weight is 26.2 and net weight is 23 kilograms, so that's right around 49, 50 pounds. If my math serves me pretty correctly. Alright, here it is, guys, about 50 pounds. Not too bad. I know my A2 right there is, I'll show you close by here. My A2 is right around, I think, 40 to 45 pounds. So I think this one's just slightly heavier. Let's pull these covers off. There you guys, check those pedals out. Get in there and show those pedals. That's pretty neat. Spike pedals. So if you look here, my A2 has some spike pedals. And this has a little bit of chrome. So let me zoom in, focus that. This one's got chrome cut on the edges of the A2. This one's just nice and black, and these look slightly
slightly bit thicker, but very good Begode pedals with all the spikes in there. Gorgeous. It's just beautiful. Guys, check this out. The tire on this one and the tire on that one, so much thicker. So let's see. There it is, right on the side. Looks like the tire's 100. You tap that. 100 times 80 times 10. And the A2 looks like the tire on this one is 90 by 90 by 10. So definitely the A5 is wider, slightly shorter being an 80, but wider being 100. And then you got the 10s are the same. So really nice, guys. I love my A2, and that's why I wanted to get the A5 for a little bit more range. And yeah, look at that, guys. It's beautiful. You got the spin kill switch, just like the A2. Of course, I've put a custom seat. This is like a yoga foam block and then a little bit of that soft cushion. And it's just basically a hard thing on top of there that's zip tied around that with some Velcro. So I'll probably wind up putting a seat on here as well. Check it out, guys. Beautiful. I love these little wheels. You got 1100 watt hours right there. Nice screen. So of course the A2, just like the M10-5, has the screen right in there, and this one's got the screen up on top. All right, guys, let me get this unlocked and turned on, and we'll get right back to you. Guys, I wanted to show you a couple more things in the box before we get it turned on. Almost forgot about that. There's your European, German, and different countries in the EU plug. So the charger's good for that. And it's like we got the extra pads that come with it. That's very nice. So very cool. Packed very nice. No damage. And while I push pause there for a second, guys, on the camera, I peeled this off. This was on the back light. And if you look on the front of the screen here, this is like right when this piece of plastic is sitting right on the screen, it looks like maybe the polycarbonate screen doesn't have plastic on it. So because they've drilled holes right through it. But I went ahead and just put my fingernail under a little bit of that plastic, and the cover, the scratchy looking plastic came off the top. And I just used a microfiber and polished that up real nice, guys. So hold that off, you get a real nice screen. I'll show you this real fast right here while we're down on this screen here. So this one, you got a beautiful 4-pin rubber cap, guys, IP67. This one has the same IP67 rating, but of course we know everybody, you know, they threw this one in the water before when they were first building it. So this one might be slightly more waterproof, but this one still has a beautiful IP67 rating, guys. All right, let's go ahead and turn it on. I've already unlocked it. So if anybody doesn't know how to unlock a Begode wheel, especially this one, then I'm gonna turn it on and show you. Go ahead and come in here. All right, we're already on. I did a quick little spin, guys, just to make sure it was good off camera, and then we'll show that to you again. Looks like we already got 2.5 miles on it. Come in on this screen, I'll show you. This screen is just beautiful. So with that plastic cover off now, that little plastic that was shielding the screen, take a microfiber with a little bit of soft cleaner, like water or something like that, not too much because you don't want to put humidity behind the screen. But it had, when I pulled the plastic off, it had a little bit of a smeary on there, so I polished that all off, and it's real nice. Couple of screws, but it's waterproof, very visible when you're stepping up on it. But anyways, guys, let me I'll tell you, the build quality on this is just incredible. But if you haven't unlocked one of these before, you can actually have it off. There's your kill spin button back on the kickstand. So basically what I did is I powered on, okay, the wheel comes on, it beeps, comes on, but it won't balance. So when it's on, you can have it just in this same position. Hold your spin kill button and tap the power button. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 while you're holding the spin kill button, and that will, you'll hear a long beep, and that means your wheel is unlocked from transport mode. Now, if you try to raise it back up like this, watch how my wheel's balancing now. It won't balance right after you unlock it. You have to power the wheel off, okay? Don't forget that step. A lot of people, they'll do this, and then they'll hold the spin kill button, and they'll do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
and it still doesn't balance. It's still like back and forth. So while it's still down there, just hold the power button, power off, power it back on, and it's gonna balance. So you have to, don't miss a step of powering off, okay? Look at that, guys, beautiful. So they say that you can actually, by doing the light button, check the light out here. You got the regular blue like the A2 has, and then you got your regular beam, then you got flashing. That's just a beautiful feature, guys. But check this out. You can also control the back. So if you tap this, every time you cycle through the light modes, you're gonna get a different, you got 7 different features back here. I'm not sure what that is. Some sort of cool colors. You go cycle again, you're getting drips coming down. Keep tapping again, now you have that mode. And then I'm just going through the light cycles up front. Now you have Begode. I don't know if you can read that on camera, but you can kind of see how it says Begode flashing by. That's pretty cool. I'm not gonna leave on. My favorite setting is, well, there's a blue and yellow and red. That's kind of cool. But my favorite setting is that one right there, where it's red, and then when you lean that way, see that when you're going forward, it flashes like a turn signal. Kind of really alerts. And at night, guys, that's crazy bright. So that's my favorite setting. Let me show you one more thing. So with the power button, guys, I figured this out. Check that out. All pre-installed Velcro, solid. Look at those pedals, just beautiful. But guys, this mode, to keep this mode, so I will tell you before on my A2, okay, they did a firmware update a while back, and when they did that, that strictly kept it only to this rear red and yellow with like a turn signal when you turn on the A2, and I like that because when I turn my light on, I want that to stay. Right now with the A5, and I'm not sure if this is the same with the M10.5, but whenever you turn your light on, it changes the back to 7. There's 7 different modes, and if you turn your light on or do the flashing or go back to blue, it changes this mode, which is my favorite mode, to a different rainbow color. There need to be a way that they can permanently lock that in the app, but I've set it in the app to LED 0, and I'll show you the settings later on the app. And that LED 0 is this red and yellow, but every time I turn my light on, it changes it to rainbow out here. Now there's a workaround. You just have to be in the app. If you're in the app and you hit the light on in the app, it does not change the setting. But if you hit the light on with your physical button out here, it'll change this setting to like the blue rainbow. And if you type it off again, you got to go through all the settings and then finally leave your light on for the ride of whatever you want. So anyway, there's a workaround. If you're in the app, you can just hit the light on right by the horn button. That's the Begode app, and it will keep that in that setting. It'd be nice if they do a firmware update where they can make it lock that in the app, where even when you're physically hitting this button on and off to change, just turn your light on and off, it doesn't change that mode physically out here if you didn't even want to touch the app. So that's just something that they can maybe work on. That's just a minor complaint, hardly a complaint at all. This light, guys, totally adjustable, just like the A2. You can aim it up or down. IP67, I looked under here. So guys, there was a couple Russian YouTubers, I think, or maybe Polish, that have some of these A5s, and with closed caption I was watching their videos. Check this out. So there's a red ambient light around the entire wheel, and I can't wait to see what it looks like at night. I don't know if you can see that on the daylight camera right now, but it is so pretty. The whole thing just lights up red, and I'm sure it's gonna be extremely bright at night. But anyway, right here is your motor wire. So your motor wire goes to your motor, comes up. So there's red light behind here, if you notice that, but this is like a little motor wire cover. So I'd be careful like getting any rock. That's actually your motor cable right there. No big deal, it's clean, it's hidden away. Just make sure that you don't ever get a rub on that. But the only thing about this motor wire cover, it does block some of your red on this one side. But I mean, your leg's gonna be down here with pads. You know, that might just make it look a tad off at night with a little bit of red there not showing, but not bad. And then all the wires just tuck under here, totally sealed. All right, guys, up to the trolley handle. Come in here, I'll show you. Let's come back in here, less glare. Maybe you can see the red. Look how bright those red lights are, guys. I don't know if you can see that on camera. Come in there real close, watch. Check this out too, look at that. So they flash when I'm turning, watch this. Turning, that side flashes. Just like the yellow flashes, and watch when I turn right,
That side flashes. Just pretty much like the Begode does on their big wheels with the blue. But that's such a cool, and look at that red rim. Guys, it's a beautiful wheel. And it just feels just like my A2, but just a little beefier. Build quality, check this out. Build quality is just solid. All right, look, check this trolley handle out, guys. So you pull the little lever, it comes right up. Isn't that neat? And it doesn't really lock up there, but you don't need it to, because when it's balanced, look at that. Walk right through the store, easy peasy. Pedals up, and walk around through the store just like that. So easy. Look at that good kickstand too, guys. That's a nice kickstand, just like my A2, but it's a little more beefy. Those are big chunks, metal fender, totally beautiful. Nice, guys, and you kick your pedals out. It's just build quality, 1100 watt hours. That's gonna get you far. It's a 1500 watt motor. A2 is a 1000 watt motor. And then guys, when you close it back down, just pull that little lever, make sure it locks in place. Look at that, nice little handle too. That is so cool. Anyway, guys, that is just, I'm very pleased so far with that build quality. I'm gonna take a look at these pads and I'll get right back to you. Okay, guys, got those pads. Let me show you. Some people orientation just, it says Begode. So if you accidentally grab the wrong pad on this side, Begode's upside down. So you know that's got to be for the left side. Okay. Pretty much shape of the wheel, guys. Check it out. See, you have that cut there. It fits just right, kind of like the A2 has that same kind of design. So we're just going to go ahead and kind of get that lined up on there. I've seen some people put them up here if you just want a little bit of a bumper if you accidentally drop the wheel. But aesthetically, for now, I'm just going to go like a half of a millimeter to maybe a quarter of an inch around the edges. Check that out. That actually fit pretty nice. See how clean that looks? Because when I'm out here, I don't want to hit that edge. So literally, that's literally just a tiny little bit of Velcro. This Velcro is already pre-installed, guys. Isn't that cool? All right, let's flip it around to the other side. So it pretty much just fits right there. So there's nothing to really have to magically try to figure out on it. Just make sure that your Begode on the pad is facing up. And I'm just, you know, put them on how you want them, guys. But aesthetically, look at that. Doesn't get better than that. Isn't that pretty? Now, here's a little caveat. If you notice on my channel, come in here, I'll show you these. On my channel, I own a V13, I own V12 Pros, and of course the A2, we got two V10Fs, so I've got a lot of unicycles. I swapped out my V13 pads for the Begode pads that are a little more locked in, and I had some spares. Check that out. So when I took these off, I took the old glue off, and look at that. Isn't that pretty? So I'm pretty much going to match that same style right there, just to kind of give me that. So if you look at this, I won't bore you with all this, guys, but if you notice how that comes right to the center of the pedal, that's about what I'm going to do on here too. So right where your ankle will lock in would be right about there, and I'm going to do this pretty much the same thing. Make it where my pedals can close, go up just a tad from that pedal. And you don't have to do this, guys. I'm just doing it because I have these extra ones. That's on my right, and I'm putting it facing this way that my leg has a little bit of, the shin has a little protection right there. That kind of gets me right there. I may have to readjust that, but I made these the other day knowing this was coming in the mail, and I just wanted to kind of have that same feel that I'm used to with the A2. And you guys can do whatever you want. If you have extra spare pads, let's see, right on top of it by a couple millimeters. Because I'm going to do a little bit of a ride, guys, and kind of just show you. Alright, that's probably close enough for now. We can readjust those a little bit later. But check that out, guys. Put my foot on there. It should almost feel just like the A2. It sure does. See that? That gets you right on that, right on the shin, ankle bone. And I literally feel like I'm locked in just like my A2. You know, check that out. It feels good. It really does. See what this side feels like. So So it kind of gives you that little bit of where to put your feet, locked in feel, and I feel good on it, guys. It just feels real nice. And check that out, it's tall enough. The M10.5, I don't have the M10.5, but how this comes up high on my leg, guys, it's incredible. It feels really good. Okay, let's go over some settings. I'll show you this too. This is good old V13 seat. Later on, what I'm gonna do is I'm probably just gonna pop these 2 screws out of the back. Now be careful, because you do have a wire that comes up through this handle for your spin kill. Probably won't do anything with those screws, just probably pop those 2 up. Cut a little notch in here, slide it in right about there, guys, and then cut a little notch farther here, and then just Velcro it down. That way it would basically sit just like that, and I can still reach through. If you look right here, I can still reach through this hole. And you can do your own custom seat, guys. I like to DIY, but I can reach that hole and do that clip still and still grab my handle. And this will be actually down there, and I can still hit the spin kill. So that's DIY for later. Maybe another video, but probably see me riding it in some other video at some point. All right, let's take a deep dive into these settings. So if you want to adjust these dihedrals, okay, I hit pause there a second ago. One of my pedals was dihedral already, and the other one was really flat. It comes with these little metal brackets here. You can unscrew the fillets. Come in here, I'll show you. And then right in here, you have your dihedral. Dihedral basically is the tilt of your pedal, okay? So the one side, you want to stick your tool right through there, and see how you can hit those buttons? You want to unscrew these so they're soft. So you'll screw these all the way down till they start pushing that out, okay? And the more you push it out, the higher dihedral you would be. Now, the dihedral I like is just a little bit of a dihedral, keep you locked in. Some people like them totally flat, but I'm almost as flat as they go. One was just seemed to be flatter than the other, so I went ahead and brought it up just a little bit so they're both matched, because you don't want one foot being flat, another one being steep dihedral. You'll have different weird nuances when you're driving. You want them to be pretty equal. I did that on my A2 before, and that worked out really good. Okay, let's go through some settings here, and I'll get right back to you. Hold on. Alright guys, quick mode setting. You can do whatever settings you want on the Begode app, or there's different EUC apps that you can enjoy. I just use the Begode app, guys. But so I ride the V13. So if you notice on the actual A5 screen, I'm in hard mode 3. You got your temperature, which is 32.8 Celsius. Mile per hour, you can adjust in the app. I'll show you. Got 2.5 miles on it. Just testing it real quick, guys. All right, here in the app, mode setting, I have it on strong. You can go to medium if you want. If you don't go under alarm settings, I'd turn off level 2 alarms, because basically you have class 1, class 2. So you're gonna hear like a little warning beep at 13 kilometers an hour, or the other one's a little higher than that. And I just go to level 2 and turn it off so you don't hear those beeps. Tilt back speed, I have it set at 35 mile per hour. Sorry, focus. And then the power alarm, PWM basically, I have set at 80%. That way if I breach that, it's going to give me an alarm that I'm pushing, especially on a smaller wheel. Magnetic field increase, I don't think works for these smaller wheels. So field weakening and stuff like that, that's only for the bigger race wheels. Left and right turn angle is at 45%. That's basically your berm angle, so you don't cut out at low, if you go up a ridge. So I have those set at 45. Power alarm tilt back, I have that open, which is on, so if I exceed my power, it's going to tilt me back. And I have it set to 35 mile per hour tilt back speed. It's supposed to be able to go free spin of 39 mile per hour, so I may lower that back a little bit so it's not so close to the edge. Pedal turning angle, guys, a lot of people may want this a lot less. I go to 8 because it makes it feel like I'm on my V13, like solid, and I had to bend my outer knee to turn, and it gives me that solid feel when I'm going faster. If you want to go to medium mode and lower your pedal turning angle, guys, it'll make it a little bit softer. Horizontal adjustment, so basically that's if you want your wheel to tilt forward, pedal dip farther forward, or turning back. I leave mine at 0. When I got my A2, guys, the whenever it went to 0, it was tilting so far forward all the time, so I had to recalibrate. So I'll show you how to do that too here in the settings. So horizontal adjustment, you want it at 0. So when you calibrate the wheel, you want to make sure it's always top dead center at 0. Some people just, because the problem, every time you shut your wheel off, it's going to go back to 0. if you like save it at 3 tilt forward, then you may have to reset that every time you ride. So I like to make it right at 0 where I like it, and I'll show you how to do that. Operating mode, off-road, I don't think if you try to adjust that to race mode, I don't think that works on these smaller wheels either. Maximum speed reminder, I have 34 mile per hour. That way it reminds me I'm getting ready to cut out. We don't want to get that too far. There's the LED for just the basic red with the yellow turn signals at 0. You can mess around with that. The volume settings at 9 so I can hear the alarms. And then let's see, we got, I think I was on that one already. Let's see, mode settings strong. Okay, so alarm setting is back. I think I was on that same page. Let's see. Yep. Give me a second, guys. Looking through. Okay, at the bottom here. So maximum allowed tilt angle, guys, I have set at medium, and that could also be for the berm. That way you can actually have a little bit of flex in there, not too soft. Here's your calibration. So if, say, your wheel's tilting way too far forward on 0, then when you calibrate, follow the instructions, hold the wheel exactly where you think it should be level, and then hit calibrate, and it will calibrate it so every time you shut the wheel off, it's still calibrated. And then right here, mileage statistics, that will give you your overall miles. And unit conversion, this is where you switch it from kilometers to miles, guys. Unless you hit that button, it'll go to kilometers. Battery pack, it'll show you that your battery's fine with all green dots in there. And then unbinding equipment is basically Bluetooth disconnect. So it'll say unbind. I always do that when I'm done, just so there's not some Bluetooth glitch or error. So there's the settings, guys. That's what I like. You all have your own settings, do what you want. But that kind of gets me riding like the V13. One other thing, guys, that's really cool about this wheel is it has a Bluetooth speaker. I'll show you. Check this out. Right inside, look at my A2. So inside my A2, there is no, I'll show you. I'll turn it on. You can turn them on while they're sitting on the kickstand. See, there's just a blue light. There's nothing in here, just the light. Now check this out. Inside this headlight, I don't know if you can see that. Yeah, you can. That right there is an internal speaker inside the light, and so it kind of booms out noise through the back. Beautiful, guys. I had it cranked as loud as it could go when I was going like 20 mile an hour. No problem. It's not super acoustical, but it was plenty loud enough, guys. I can't really show you how it plays here because of copyright laws on YouTube, but anyway, guys, forgive the lawnmower noise out there. Everybody's always doing the yard work, so it might get a little noisy there. But anyway, guys, the speaker's wonderful. That's another reason why I bought it. And then the LEDs. And just remember what I told you in the beginning about, you know, if you turn your light on in the app, it'll turn the light on without messing up the red and the yellow in the back. Now watch that. Right when you get your wheel up, it kind of tilts forward or tilts back, and it's finding calibration. This one was perfectly calibrated when I got it. Like when I'm holding it, it's level. It's not tilting too far forward, not tilting too far back. If I wanted to tilt it forward in horizontal tilt, I could go 2 forward or 1 forward or whatever you want to do to give you the comfort of your feet. I like it level, so when I lean, it still feels nice and hard. That's it, guys. The A5, 1100 watt hours, 84 volt, 5 amp charger came with it. That's incredible. I tested it just to see what it sounds like. It's solid, and got this thing charged up, guys. And the tire is beautiful, stability. I'll take you out on a quick little ride, show you that trolley handle, everything else, guys. I love it. And Begode was having a sale on these. Normally they're $14.99, but I picked it up straight from Begode for like $9.80, free shipping, free tax. And at that rate right now, guys, that was incredible. I don't know if we'll stay that way for a while, but that's what I paid for my A2, guys. I paid like $9.50 for my A2. I think I'll show you one more thing on this, a side-by-side comparison real quick. Do the spin kill. This is an in-depth dive, guys, on both wheels, so that's why we're taking, it's a little longer video. If you want to get to other details, guys, you can fast forward. Check this out. I noticed that the A2 to the bottom of the tire is 6 inches. Okay, from the bottom of the pedals, 6 inches. Look at this. Roughly 5 inches from the bottom of the pedals. So the A5 sits lower to the ground. Part of that is because this is a 100, it's a 180/10 tire. So this one's slightly taller tire, but this one's wider, which is really cool. If you notice, look at this. I'm measuring 4 inches back. 4 inches fat tire, guys. Look at this one. 3.5 inches. 3.5 inches. So that's just really, really neat. Super fat, super nice. Yeah, guys, it's amazing. So I'll show you a ride here in just a second. Guys, I wanted to weigh these one last time too, since there's really no US review, unboxing, and little ride. I want to do it all, so you guys have it all. So let's start with the A2. See the difference. So with my A2, guys, see my custom seat on there? All right, let's roll it up on the scale. See if we can do this without breaking the scale. All right, I'm not holding anything. 45 pounds. Can you see that, guys? 45 pounds. A2. All right, let's roll it off. Break the scale. Guys, I got about 300 miles on my A2, and I love it. The reason why I bought this is because I have big wheels, like I told you before, but I love just throwing these in the vehicle. You can ride in wet with these. Don't want to worry, they're very, very sealed. This is polycarbonate frame. This is metal, but both these wheels are almost indestructible. Spin kill or power off on that one. Done with that one for a minute. All right, guys, we do have the pads in. Keep in mind, see how it goes down like that? Watch, it's recalibrating, tilting itself back up. Always just give it time, guys, to do that before you jump on it. All polycarbonate frame. The bolts are showing on this one so you can keep your pedals tight. You see your axle right in there too, just beautiful. All right, let's see what this one weighs. And this one's supposed to be about 50 pounds. It might be maybe 51 because we got those little extra pads on there. 51.2, guys. That's awesome. So we're only 6 more pounds for those extra 350 watt hours. Is that what that is? Let's see. 750 to, man, what's wrong with my math right now, guys? So 750, 250 to 1,000, 11, yeah, 350 extra watt hours on this one. And that's why I bought it, guys, because 1,100 watt hours is a big deal when it's coming to riding, have a little more torque. But guys, take it out for a quick run, to kind of show you what it will do. So I'll get back to you. All right, guys, got it out here, give you just a quick little test roll of it. And like I said, every wheel takes a little time to warm up, but really nice form factor. Good with the pads, kind of get used to it. I've got the, I know you can't hear me because of the mower, but I've got that hard mode on. It makes it where I can bend this inner knee with my V13. And the fat tire is just so nice, guys. But I love how solid it is on the mode. The mode that I have is just incredible. I'll go ahead and do a turnaround beside you real fast so you can kind of see how fast I can carve on it. Like, it's tight, guys. You can still do super. And I have it in hard mode with the pedal turn angle at 8, so I got to get used to it. But guys, it feels so stable. Big fat tire. Look at that. Like literally, car back around. Super nimble, just like the M10.5. Not that I have that, but just like my A2, it feels incredible. And guys, I'll give you a quick run down the strip here, kind of show you. I won't go too fast yet without gear, but I'll show you what it looks like. So just a second here. All right, guys, quick little run with it down the strip. Just give it a little more speed than turning. And I'm not gonna go fast because I don't have any gear. I'm literally just out in the subdivision doing a quick little ride footage on it. But let me show you down here on the screen. It's very, very easy to read. See that? Super easy, super stable, and I really like the pads. The pad setup on there, guys, just feels so good. Like my feet literally locked in, and with that hard mode, guys, hard mode makes it so nice. See that? Read it real easy. I love it. 16, 17, and I don't want to go much faster without my gear on and learn a new wheel, but it's stable. Stable as you could ever think, guys. It's just crazy cool. Absolutely love it. It feels like my A2, but so much more planted. Very planted. I don't even feel like wobbly on it, guys. It's incredible. A5, I just absolutely love it. It's so amazing. But yeah, guys, I think go and snatch it up, guys, if you want one with a little more range on it. And look at that. It's just the way it rides. It's just, it feels good. It has that blue light. You can adjust the other light. All right, I got my selfie stick here. Let's get going. I don't want to have a wobble. First ride of it, guys. Beautiful. Absolutely love it. I'm really excited about this one, guys. And I've got a bunch of other wheels, big wheels, V13. But just having a wheel that you can throw in the car, have the range on it, it just feels so good. It's so right. And
guys, I'd recommend it. So I'll get back to you here shortly. So there it is, guys. A2 versus the A5. Check that out, side by side. They're literally nose to nose. If you notice, the A5 sits slightly lower than the A2. Minus my seat, it still sits slightly lower. Now, it's a little bit fatter, and if you notice the pedals are a slight bit higher on the A2 than the A5. Back of it, guys, very nice, about identical. Whoops, I just hit the spin kill. Hold on, that's easy to do without my seat. Let's go back up. Okay, that's one thing nice about having that seat on there, guys. Kind of blocks that spin kill. Now, the spin kill when you're moving at high speed won't activate. That way you don't fall on your head if you actually reach down and grab that. The tires say 36 PSI on them, guys, but you know, for a little bit of cushion with no suspension, I usually run around about 28. These are both tubeless tires. It's so nice. No tube, guys. But I have about 28 to 30 because I usually start at 28 when it's hot, because by the time you start riding, you'll go up to 30, 32 PSI just because the heat builds pressure in the wintertime. I'll probably put it right at 30 PSI and just run it on that. But if you want a little more cush, you don't want to have your tire come off the rim if you hit a bump, but just a little more cush, guys, you can keep them at right about 27, 28, depending on your weight and what type of riding habits and styles you do. But anyway, guys, A2 versus the A5, wonderful wheel, great deal right now. And I'm still gonna put a little custom seat on this one. The trolley handle's wonderful, but guys, nothing to complain about. Guys, if you like this, give it a thumbs up. Give me some comments about it. If you guys know a comment of how you can actually just use the physical light button out here without it changing the rear LED to all the other different colors, let me know. All I found out, the workaround so far is in the app to just turn the light on and off, not to change and have to go through all the settings every time for that. But guys, I love it. Wonderful wheels. If you like this, subscribe, give it a thumbs up, share, and hope you enjoyed it. It's a little long, so if you need to fast forward or rewind, feel free to do that, but leave your comments and suggestions, guys. Thanks so much. Subscribe to the channel.